I was 18, my parents had been married for about 22 years, and my dad said he was done. He was tired of fighting, and he was leaving our family.
There was a time where I couldn't hear God. I felt he couldn't hear me and wouldn't talk to me, and I couldn't understand why.
Raised in a Christian home, but I was basically living a very worldly life.
Throughout middle school and high school, I struggled with self-esteem and was made fun of a lot, on the verge of anorexia.
For the past couple years, I have just been sick and haven't been able to figure out what's going on, and it's just been a really hard trial for me.
When I was little, I got sexually abused by 2 different people, and from that, I became a very angry person, and my life was just based on sexual things, and I just lived so impure.
All through my life, I've really felt alone. I haven't really connected with that many people. You know, I was the person who stood in the corner and felt alone in a crowded room.
I used to be completely obsessed with video games. That was my life. I would hardly eat, sleep, or even drink water if I had the chance.
I spent the first 18 years of my life living apart from the Lord, and having grown up in a secular home, I really was living mostly for myself.
One thing that I always had trouble with growing up was the fact that my dad wasn't around. I had a lot of hate built up inside me, but when God came into my life and I realized that he loved me so much more than my real dad could have ever loved me, my life has changed.
But God opened my eyes, and he really showed me that even if I'm alone in a room, I'm never truly alone because he's always there.
But God gave me strength enough for each day to get through, and he showed me that he is worth waiting for.
But God reminded me that no matter who turns their back on me, he never will.
But as a college student, God came into my life by revealing himself to me really through friends that I had met in school and through the study of his word.
But I know that God is faithful through it all, and my favorite verse is 2 Corinthians 12:9, and it just says how he's strengthened our weakness, and his grace is sufficient for us.
But essentially what happened is God ripped video games out of my lifeless hands and just taught me what it means to live life and life more abundantly. And I found that the ultimate climax, the best thing about life, is that we can be in an intimate and loving relationship with him, who is the God who is there.
But God reminded me that true beauty comes from within, and he's changed my life.
But then God made me realize that that's not the way to live, and through friends and other leaders, I've got my life straightened out.
But when I came to God, he gave my heart peace. He took away all the pain. He showed me what love really was, and he gave me true joy.